Hello, people. Another beautiful day or night. Yep. Hope your five senses work, health, and strength is good or excellent. What? What's up? What's up, Steam Deck fans? We got Dragon Dogma 2 to talk about. You know, the Steam Deck tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion was good. Steam Deck Mob was happening. Steam Deck Squad was up. And you Steam Deck nerds, geeks, and freaks, and you investigators, what's happening? All right. Now, we're talking about Dragon Dogma 2 here. Listen to this. Dragon Dogma 2 release date is March 22nd, 2024. Here are the system requirements. It says here, while prematurely updated Steam store page may have spilled the beans early, Capcom finally announced the launch date of Dragon Dogma 2 today in a special showcase. The highly anticipated sequel will land on March 22nd, 2023, less than 2 years after the original announcement. Game director Hideki Itsuno, who returned to take the reins for the sequel, and producer Yoshikai Hirabayashi gave another look at the single-player RPG during the 15-minute showcase. Seen here, age-restricted YouTube video, it shows off a climbing fight with a stone giant. An overview of the story surrounding Arisen, a side quest involving an elf settlement, character creation, the new trickster vacation, and more. While the gameplay system will be familiar to fans of the original, which take place in a parallel world, the game world is said to be about 4 times the size of Dragon Dogma Dark Arisen. A major upgrade to visuals, AI of companion combat ability, monster variety, and unscripted encounters are also confirmed. Multiplayer is still not a feature in the sequel, but the original unique pawn system returns, allowing players to share their companions with others online. Says here, Dragon Dogma is a game that I dreamed to play as a boy who loved TRPG-based games and action games, and I have a special attachment to it. Says director Hideki Itsuno. Dragon Dogma 2 incorporates the idea that were not technically feasible at the time we created the first game. I believe this game will let you experience the fantasy world you've always dreamed of. A fantasy world action simulator game, ultimately be the ultimate Dragon Dogma. And then it says here, the title being developed using Capcom in-house RE engine. The engine has been used across a variety of projects by the company, numerous development team in recent years, including Resident Evil games, Street Fighter 6, Exo Primal, DMC 5, Monster Hunter Rise, and others. At the same time, the minimum and recommended requirement for the PC version of Dragon Dogma 2 have also gone up on Steam page. Here's what fans will need to run the game at 30 FPS and 4K resolution according to a developer. Okay, system requirements. Let's do this. Minimum operating system: Windows 10 64-bit, Windows 11 64-bit. Processor: Intel i5 10600, AMD Ryzen 5 3600. Memory: 16 gigs. Graphics: NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070, AMD Radeon 5500 XT with 8 gigs of video RAM. DirectX 12. Network broadband internet connection. Additional notes: estimate performance 1080p/30 fps. Frame rates might drop in a graphical intense scene. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti or AMD RX 6800 requires to support ray tracing. Alright, recommended operating system: Windows 10 64-bit, Windows 11 64-bit. Processor: Intel Core i7 10700, AMD Ryzen 5 3600X. Memory: 16 gigs of RAM. Graphics: NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080, AMD Radeon RX 6700. DirectX version 12. Network broadband internet connection. Additional notes: estimate performance 2160i 30 fps. Frame rate might drop in graphic intensive scenes. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti or AMD Radeon RX 6800 required to support ray tracing. And then it says here, Dragon Dogma 2 will launch across PC, Steam, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 on March 22nd. With pre-orders available now, there are also pre-order bonus and a deluxe edition available to grab, which comes with access to additional starting items and accessories earlier than usual in the store. And this article is from neon.net. So when it comes to the Steam Deck now, and Dragon Dogma, you want to make sure you have a 2 terabyte SSD in your Steam Deck. That's number one. And you want to get a 1.1 terabyte or 1.5 SD card. And you might need a HDMI to USB-C connector if you decide to connect your Steam Deck to the TV. Or if you get the official dock, and then the docking or docking station from any one of those docking station developers, then you're gonna have to run an HDMI cable from your TV to the dock, and then you might need some PlayStation or Xbox controllers, and you might need a docking station with external SSD support. So yeah, to take this game on. So yeah, and of course some snacks and some junk food as usual, so you can enjoy it. But that's what you might need for the Steam Deck. But other than that, man, come on now, come on Capcom. No multiplayer. There's about 7 to 8 billion people in the world, and no multiplayer. Come on, Capcom. You can do better than that. So yeah, I know. The single player experience. Yeah, I mean, it's cool for a single player game, but some people like to play with other people, with people across the world, or play with their family members and friends. So Dragon Dogma should have had a multiplayer in it. So I'm sure the game is you say the game is 4 times bigger than Dark Arisen. Well, speaking of Dark Arisen, if you check the autumn sale out, they had the game for they had Dragon Dogma Dark Arisen for about $5. But anyway, the game is 4 times bigger than Dragon Dogma 2 is 4 times bigger than Dark Arisen. So you gotta have of course gotta be ready for that. But no multiplayer. Come on, Capcom, you can do better than that. I mean, you had Dungeons and Dragons Tower of Doom and Shadows of Mysteria in the arcades, 4-player multiplayer, right? 4 people could play the game at the same time. And those games transferred over to the Wii U, PS3, and 360, Xbox One, PS4. And those games have multiplayer in it, but no multiplayer for Dragon Dogma 2. Come on, Capcom, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. So a lot of people probably were expecting the multiplayer aspect, where people can play with their friends, play with their family members, play with people across the world if they choose to. That's a big loss for a game of that magnitude too, especially when it's 4 times bigger than the original. So yeah, in an adventure game like that, yeah, you need multiplayer. You need that multiplayer aspect. Just saying, or maybe Capcom need to make a Dragon Dogma MMO. But we'll see what they do. But other than that, Dragon Dogma 2 comes out in March. So yeah, get ready for it. We'll see what this game brings to the table, and what improvements they've made and stuff like that. So yeah, with these handhelds now, portable PCs, laptops, and desktops, you can run the your system got to be up to date to handle games in 2024. So yeah, good thing that Valve made the Steam Deck OLED too. Yeah, so that's gonna come in handy. So yeah, 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah. Steam Deck can handle it. Yeah. Um, that game is gonna bring some new boss battles, new boss battles and new challenges. You know, so yeah. You know the Dragon Dogmas that's on the 360 PS3. They're still good. You know the Dark Horizons, they're still good. So yeah. If you got them on the PS4, Xbox One, then you probably got all the updates for that game. So get ready for part 2. And then go on from there. But other than that, March 24th. And Capcom, no multiplayer. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek Night or Dark Side. Go.